Yo, time for Orange Juice Podcast again. This is being recorded after the last Orange Juice Podcast, but I'm not here with Ridwan or Arjun. So, would you guys want to introduce yourselves right now?
I'm Lawrence.
I'm Henry.
So, Lawrence hasn't been in the well, Henry's like always on the podcast. Lawrence hasn't been on the podcast since like December, and back then we did a virtual one, which was kind of musty, so this is your first experience being in an in-person podcast with us, even though Bhakta or Ridwan isn't here. I forgot, was Bhakta there for yours?
No, it was just Ridwan and you.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That sounds about right.
Yeah.
I was just the biggest hater.
Bro, so how's your summer been?
Honestly, it's been pretty decent. It's been the best summer so far, I feel like.
How so? I feel like you just said you're just working out and doing nothing.
No,
How's
I've been
that for you?
hanging out,
Nice.
working. Because like the last few summers I've just been like prepping for college.
Oh yeah, that's kind of true.
Dude, like sophomore year, I did like SAT prep. Last year I did like college apps. I had an internship, I was working, so it's like...
Do you have a job?
Right now, yeah, I teach like robotics.
To kids?
Like, it's like a summer camp thing.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's
so...
Oh, that's cool.
Also, it's only like 3 hours a day, so...
I didn't know you were into that shit.
I'm not, but they had good pay, dude.
Do they? How much
It's like,
do they
no,
pay?
it's like Legos, Lego robotics and stuff.
Oh,
so like I
shit.
get to fucking build Legos.
That's sick.
I know.
Wait, how much you get paid?
It's 15 base, and then it's like $1 per kid I have. So like...
What the fuck?
I know, the highest
Dude.
I got like 25 an hour. At
No
some
fucking
point.
way. If I had that, I would make like $50 an hour.
Yeah, so that's been pretty great. Plus, I get to work like
So the
whatever
other
hours I
one
want.
was
So right now I've been working like 9 to 12. So I'm only working 3 hours a day.
That's-
And then I have the
fuck,
entire
dude?
day after that, so it's really nice.
I'm so fucking jealous right
Ha
now.
ha ha ha.
Oh, go fuck yourself. Okay,
Yeah.
so yeah, you've been getting big too. How often have you been working out?
Probably like 5 or 6 times a week. I've just been doing like push-pull legs. and
When
then
did you
rest.
start getting into working out? Because I know like you used to be like skinny and then
Yeah, I
you
used
just like
to be
started
skinny
it.
as fuck. Holy shit.
When did you like start?
I took
Whoa.
it, probably started taking it seriously like 7-8 months ago. I had like a home gym with like 10-pound dumbbells and then like a treadmill and a pull-up bar, and I just used that for like a solid year, and then like once it was like second semester senior year, I started taking it more seriously. So I'd say like, would you say like 7-8 months?
Yeah, maybe.
It's kind of reasonable, yeah. So
about right.
Dude, lately I've been kind of out of it for working out. Like it's felt more like a chore than a passion. But
for you,
yeah,
yeah.
It
I
is
mean,
what
you've
it
been
is.
working out for a long time, so I understand how you feel that way.
yeah. But it's like even since then, it's like always felt like a passion. Now it kind of just feels like a chore.
Uh-huh.
Like I kind of want to like. I feel like I need to push myself harder for it to seem like a passion.
You
And
might-
I've been having really bad fucking.
I mean, why do you feel like it's been just...
I've like felt like I've had to go to the gym, rather than like I
It's
want to
like
go. To
rather
the gym.
than like an itch to go to the gym, or
Yeah.
is it like, I don't know.
Like I'd say like I feel so relaxed. Like I took a 3-day break. I felt so relaxed.
Yeah, you
It's
might want
like
to
I
deload
have
for like
to.
a week or something,
Yeah.
because I think like mental fatigue is also part of the gym.
Then I feel like I'll lose my gains.
Dude,
Whoa.
you won't lose your gains up to like three weeks or something.
Dude, you should see like during basketball season when I start lifting. I can stop lifting.
Oh, stop
like
lifting.
I immediately lose my gains.
Mm.
My basketball weight is like 185, so like I deliberately have to do that.
Or just like take more rest days.
Yeah, that's true. Anyways, what difference have you seen in yourself since then?
Honestly, like just overall quality of life. I just feel better. I feel like that's one part of working out, and I have like more motivation to like just do stuff. I just feel energized after the gym. I know like a lot of people get tired after the gym.
Yeah.
Like I work out with Ben, and like he gets really tired after the gym for some reason.
Yeah,
I
I
don't know
get.
if do you get
I
tired?
get. I get energized.
I get energized too, but like half the people I work out with just get really tired.
For
So-
me, it is kind of the itch thing
Yeah.
where it's like, I feel like like you want to do your homework so you could get out.
Yeah,
It's kind of like that.
Is that what the gym is for you? I look forward to it every morning. It feels like something. It's like part of my daily routine now. It's like
Yeah.
it's like that.
I mean,
See,
that's
but I
just
still-
like, it feels like a routine for you too, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
But I still
I-
feel enjoyment from my like I guess gym.
The thing that makes it toxic for me is that I feel like I can't relax until I go to the gym.
Oh.
It's like I always like have that in the back of my mind. It's like you gotta go to the gym, you gotta go to the
Yeah,
gym.
I-
Like the same way you gotta do homework and then like
I
relax.
feel that to a certain degree because if I skip the gym one day, I feel like I'm like not being productive.
Do you feel like it gave you more self confidence?
I think so. I know people talk about like body dysmorphia and stuff when you go to the gym, but honestly, it hasn't impacted me that much.
It really
Like,
depends on the way you go into it. you
yeah,
know?
I think like skinny to like or working out after or like from being skinny you get like less body dysmorphia from if you're fat and then you start working out.
Really, I felt like
No,
I was really happy. I got fat to
really?
skinny, and then I was like, oh, I'm so fucking happy that I went skinny to like bulkier.
Oh yeah.
And I was just like, oh, you're fat.
It's more. I think it's more about like putting more pressure on yourself because you're fat. Whereas,
Oh wow,
Yeah,
you
it's
just
like
called me
more of
fat,
like a
that's
mental-
crazy.
no,
I'm trolling.
I feel
I'm
no, I
trying.
feel the same way. Like I agree with Larry's saying. Like I've struggled with like those like
Body dysmorphia.
thoughts about like what I'm doing and like
Hey, because that part in the Laney probably got cut out.
oh,
Where we talked about like
that?
yeah, like okay, well we started doing NoFap, and it's like the idea of like feeling more detached from something. So it's like feeding your less primal needs, feeling
That wasn't
feeding
what it
your
was
less
about,
primal
though.
needs more. But anyways, like the way that you kind of described the gym is what I try and look for when I do NoFap and shit like that.
Uh-huh.
Where it's kind of just like an alleviation, where I feel more
Yeah, yeah.
energized in a sense,
Mhm.
which I feel like I do get to a certain
Mhm.
point. It's just that like I don't know. It's like it's a feeling of bliss, but it's not. It doesn't feel fulfilling at this point. I've said this to a person this morning.
Uh-huh.
It was a middle school friend, and it was like, I feel like everything I've gotten from here, I've gotten. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I've gotten everything I could out of the situation I'm in right now. I'm like ready to go. So,
Oh, okay.
how do you feel
Yeah.
about that?
Oh,
Go ahead.
Either
okay.
way.
I mean, like you mean like situation is in like living here
Yeah.
at home. Oh, okay.
Like, do you think you've gotten everything from here right now? Like being
I
a high
think-
schooler kid?
Well, here's the thing. If you think about have I gotten everything that I could have gotten out of it, you're gonna inevitably, in my opinion, you're inevitably gonna find something that you missed out on, and you're gonna start having regrets. And so the way I look at it is, I got everything that I did get, and you live with the fact that maybe you missed out on some things, and that's okay because life's not over. And so from the things that you missed out on, you learn not to hesitate before you jump,
Yeah, that's
if you
a
get
good
my
point.
Yeah.
See, I definitely think I got a lot out of like just living here in general, but I feel like I only kind of seized the opportunity like the last year or two.
That's
Mm.
fine.
Like-
That's what I'm getting at.
Yeah, but I don't know. It's just, yeah, I feel like there definitely could have been more I could have done, but I'm like happy where I am right now. So,
A lot of times, like, I feel like crippled by regret sometimes, but like,
Yeah.
more lately I've just tried to like focus more on like hope.
dude, it's fuck it, we ball.
Yeah,
That's
for
the
real.
energy. Yeah, I'm like trying to live.
Like,
like-
hope has overshadowed like any amount of regret that I've had because I'm looking into the future more than just. I have so much shit that's gonna be on my plate that there's no purpose for me to look back. I feel like before I've tried to do similar shit through high school where I've like you've seen me like try and keep myself busy so I don't need to like
Yeah.
just be by myself. You know what I mean? That's why.
Yeah.
That's partially why I fucking go to the gym and everything. And yeah, I feel like at this point it's been replaced by hope more than just trivial, just
Yeah.
fucking shit, just fucking around.
For what it's worth, I mean, going to a big ass school like that, I don't think you're gonna be alone very much.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Especially
So-
8 roommates.
yeah.
You have 8 roommates?
7, technically. I'm the 8th. It's a
No.
suite.
Oh, that makes
Honestly,
There's only
it's-
2 bathrooms, though. That's the problem.
sense. Okay, I mean,
It's not.
yeah.
I wish there's
I'm-
4 bathrooms. Think about it. There's gonna be 4 college dudes eating a ton, taking shits in one toilet.
Yeah, at least it's
yeah.
not a communal bathroom where there's like 12 people to one bathroom.
Okay, but that.
But it gets
I-
clean. It gets clean.
Yeah,
so.
it gets cleaned. We have to clean our own.
Yeah, yeah,
And
I know.
I feel like when it's a communal bathroom, like nobody like there's no ownership of the bathroom. It's
That's
our
true.
bathroom.
Yeah.
But when it's 4 people, it's my bathroom. But there's 3 other people taking a
Yeah.
shit in
I'm
my toilet.
Not looking forward to like sharing my personal space
Yeah.
with other people. That's like the least, that's the thing I'm not looking forward to in college.
There's 3 people taking my toilet paper.
Yeah.
That's
You know what
true.
I mean?
When I used to go to the summer camp, like pretty regularly, and there would be like, you had cabins of like 10 to 12 boys,
Mhm.
and then there would be like 4 cabins in an area, and then in the middle there's bathrooms, right? And there's probably like maybe like 2-3 stalls, so we're talking like 35 to 40 kids
Yeah.
sharing like
3
maybe
bathrooms.
3 bathrooms.
10 to a bathroom?
It
Pretty good
kinda
ratio.
sucks, but honestly, like desperation makes you learn how to hold it in. You know what I mean?
That's,
Yeah. Also, this kind of relates to that. As motherfuckers with brothers, we all have I have an older brother. You guys have younger brothers. You think you're just gonna see your roommates with their dicks out, sucking naked, walking around the hall?
Bro, dude, I know
it's happened, but I'm not looking like forward to it.
I know my roommate, so I think he'll be fine. I'm rooming with Ben.
Oh, really? I didn't know that.
Yeah, there might be.
Seen his dick.
Of course. But there might be. It might be a triple. So
Oh, really?
I might have a random ass roommate, but it's just like there's a housing crisis everywhere.
Yeah,
it's
that's
fucking terrible.
Dude, looking back on it, I kind of wish I had a sister. It's like a different perspective rather than a brother.
You bring this up right after you say you ever like.
No. Okay, that's crazy. But no.
I'm just saying, like, where's
I
your
feel
mind going, Dave?
No, I keep on talking with my coworkers and shit. It's like I've like grown up with like an extremely male perspective my whole life because obviously my dad and my brother. So it's like I feel like I've kind of like just
It's like a male-centric household.
I agree with that.
I've been compressed into just this idea of just like the conservative male. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because you don't have a sister, right?
No, but
Yeah,
my
neither.
mom's pretty like, she's like the strict person in the family.
Yeah.
So I think I get in like equal balance. Like my dad's chill, and then my mom's like on the stricter side. So yeah.
I mean, in that same merit, it's like, though, can you like talk to your mother about shit?
Yeah, she's like pretty supportive. It's just for certain things how do I say it? Like
She threw that fucking surprise birthday for you.
yeah, she did. That was really nice. That was like sophomore year. What was I gonna say? She has like high expectations for me. That's what I'd say. So in that way, she's like strict because she expects me to accomplish stuff that she like she has her own value for what I should accomplish, and then like so that's I guess that's how she's strict for me.
Yeah.
But I feel like that's all moms or all parents at least. Like they have they hold you in a certain regard.
I'd say more Asian.
Yeah, this is probably
primarily an Asian parent.
yeah.
Yeah, because like you see some of these kids and it's like really like the kid like has no fucking expectations. They just walk around with their dick around, fucking around and shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Some of them like they still manage to like do well, which is kind of
Wait,
it's actually. Go ahead.
So, no, I didn't mean to interrupt, but like, what was the point of you saying you wish you had a sister?
It's like I've developed in such like a male-centric like household where it's like I've only had like a male perspective, and it's like certain shit about women like I just don't understand at all, and I feel like having a sister I would
Maybe
like have a wider perspective.
I feel that, but like, would it be different if you just had like a mom with like a different perspective, like
Yeah, or maybe some.
like a mom that would be okay with?
I mean,
talking to you
I feel
about
like it would be more disrespectful to say I had a different type of mom, right?
this. I guess, but
That's
Yeah.
kind of disrespectful. Saying I had a sister is better.
Yeah.
okay, fair enough. Anyway, what I'm saying is like, how different would those would having that perspective versus the other be?
What do you mean?
Like
I mean, either way, it doesn't matter. It's
Like
just
authority figure versus like sibling.
either way, I just wish there was like, I just had
like a
women-
female perspective
Yeah,
in,
sure.
in your
Okay,
your
Okay,
household.
I see
within
what
my
you're saying.
household.
I get it.
Yeah. I don't know. Never really thought about having like a different sibling. I've always accepted that I have like a brother. you know.
Wilson.
Yeah, Wilson.
Wilson.
So I don't know.
My house gets really sausage party sometime. I'm not sure if that happens with you guys.
What do you mean?
Not really.
It's just a bunch of dudes. And I'm going into a new sausage party. Eight
I know.
dudes, 4 rooms.
No, you're adequately equipped,
8 dudes, 2 toilets.
bro.
Yeah,
you're
and
gonna have to fix the
I'm-
toilet like every 2 weeks.
Yeah, I'm gonna bring a plunger. I'm prepared.
You gotta know plumbing.
I'm prepared to just like not enjoy it because the thing is like, motherfuckers like, at least for me and my brother are both stubborn people. Because I mean, you've interacted with me enough to know that my family as a whole is just filled with stubborn motherfuckers.
Yeah.
And because of that, because it's just the stubborn motherfucking sausage party. So I'm gonna bring that energy to my suite.
Perfect.
I'm either gonna be the king or I'm gonna get in a lot of fights. That's the only ways that it'll go. King Dave.
Exclusive rights to one of the bathrooms.
Yeah, bro, that would be
The other
fire.
7
That would be fire. I get one bathroom and they get 7 of them go to one.
Bruh, imagine your ego after that.
Dude, after I sunned I'm trolling. That scares me a lot too. You're kind of lucky because you have like a roommate that you fucking know.
Yeah.
For me, it's like, dude, the people at least like I have like an Instagram group chat with them. This is probably a biased perspective because it's the people that are talking.
Yeah.
But it's the people who are talking. I feel like I'm not like them. But the thing is, the people I'm like are probably the people not talking.
That's
in the
true.
group chat.
Yeah. So how many is that? How many is that? Like
What?
out of your suite? Like are there like a
I'd say
few
it's 50-50.
50-50? I mean that's good. Yeah.
Do you think it's a good thing to be rooming with someone you know?
I know people say like if you room with somebody you know you'll end up like hating them or
Yeah.
whatever.
Like,
but I
what
feel
if-
like that mostly like applies to like girls.
I wish I
Maybe,
roomed
but,
with
like-
fucking Austin. They left me.
I don't know.
God damn it.
Like,
Yeah. Go ahead. What?
I was just gonna ask, like, I don't know, because it's not always just about like living with someone that makes you hate them. It's more like, you know, what if like their lifestyle is like a
Yeah.
lot different from yours,
Yeah, the thing is me and Ben's lifestyle is like really similar.
which is so that's
So-
what I'm asking,
Yeah, I guess I don't really anticipate too many like
Quarrels.
Too many quarrels. I think it'd be a
His
different story
ass.
if it was like a triple.
yeah.
Yeah, so I don't know.
I
Me
thought you
and
said
him,
you're taking a triple though, right?
we haven't gotten our rooms yet. I don't know what like room I'm in.
Do you know who you're rooming with?
No, they said mid-August for us.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
Aren't you leaving on mid-August?
No, I'm leaving the 24th. So.
Okay, that's basically mid-August.
But I
I'm
get-
leaving
I ba-
September
I basically
19th.
get like a
so-
week.
Wait,
No.
so have you at least reached out to people, or how does that work?
Is it completely random
It's
pairing?
completely random.
Oh,
It's most Ivies, right? Like they
Yeah.
just pair you with random people.
that kind of suck. Honestly, I'm kind of feel lonely. I'm the only one from California in my room.
Really?
Really?
I feel like there's some like form of like racial like putting people together because there's a lot of Asians in my room too.
Are there any international
Yeah.
students?
Yeah, there's international students from Asia.
Really
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Are they the quiet ones?
I don't know. I don't remember to be honest with you.
nice. What were you saying again, Henry? Oh yeah, the lifestyle thing.
Yeah.
Both of us are like pretty clean. We wake up around the same time. Honestly, like what I don't know what would like get us in like make us, how do you say it, like put us in conflict. Like
Yeah.
other than that, like if he's clean, like I don't really have that many like what's it called? I don't have that many conditions
Mhm.
with people. Like if they're clean, if they're not too loud, if like they sleep like at a reasonable hour, then I'm fine with it.
Yeah.
So I guess it depends on what requirements you have for like
sure.
a roommate.
I'm sure it's like case by case.
Yeah.
Make sure it's still recording because we ran out
It
of
is.
time.
Okay. But
I'm trying to think of like the perfect roommate.
non-existent.
Doesn't
Just a
talk.
single.
Just this, yeah, doesn't talk, goes in the corner,
Yeah, fucking
doesn't
cows in
take
fear.
shits. Yeah.
Doesn't use the bathroom at all.
Out of the door
He just,
every
like-
time you're not in. Like every time you're in it.
He's just in your room to like hibernate.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah, I mean, it'll definitely be an experience for you. Having 8 dudes in a suite.
Yeah.
I think that's like basically what dorm life's about. Just like having like living in shitty conditions with like some crazy experiences.
Yeah.
And making some friends. That's
crazy. You get no privacy though.
yeah. If I get that out of my dorm experience, I'll be happy.
Lawrence, do you watch Andrew Tate?
I do.
Yeah, no,
Mr.
you take me
Mr.
for an Andrew Tate guy.
Mr. Top G. I know.
Bro, Andrew Tate pisses me the fuck off sometimes.
Dude,
but I like understand it's like a fucking act. You know
yeah,
what I mean?
that's what I'm gonna say. Like he's funny because this is an act.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
But no, I've never gotten that. Like, fucking Flight, I could never fucking take him seriously.
Uh-huh.
Like, it would just piss me off how stupid he acted sometimes. I'm
Yeah.
gonna say act because I know
but
it's
like
act.
it draws attention, so I guess he's doing that part well. He's actually like the way he interacts with like social media is actually really genius.
Yeah,
like
that's
even though
kinda
the
true.
stuff he says is
I feel like, though, like, a lot of people are, like, taking it for real and just, like...
yeah, that's true.
yeah, like...
It's like ironic but not ironic at the
Yeah.
same time.
You
That's
know,
the thing. Like I feel like he's trying to like it's an act for him, but if people believe him, it's like he's fine with that. Like
Yeah.
that sort of like thing.
So it's like, he's trolling, but the shit he's saying is real.
he's trolling, but he's trying to garner a following or something like that.
Yeah. You know how, like, he does it? It's like he has a website where it's like, if you
Hustlers
make...
University,
Yeah, if you
yeah.
make accounts that promote him, you get paid.
Yeah,
Which just promote, you know?
it's
So
just like a pyramid scheme.
he's very fucking smart with that shit.
he is very very.
I feel
smart.
like, though, there's, like, the feminism movement and, like, there's the counter male movement and
which is just literally Andrew Tate.
which is just Andrew Tate. Dude,
one
some of that
man.
shit- some of this shit just pisses me the fuck off.
Yeah, but I have to say, like some of the stuff, like it's rare, but some of the stuff he says is like sometimes facts.
I
Like,
appreciate...
There's like
Like
some
what?
stuff.
sometimes the way he looks at, like, you know, I don't want, like, bitch males, like, you
Yeah.
know, fucking, like, what's the there's, like, beta and there's, like, below
Alpha
that.
male.
No, there's
Oh.
alpha, beta, and
Yogurt male.
omega. Yeah, what does he call them? Yogurt males?
I don't know. That was something from some other beef.
Okay, well, I'm gonna call them yogurt males for now. Sometimes,
Soy, I guess.
sometimes the way he looks at soy males,
Soy boys.
yeah,
Soy
it's kind of
boys,
facts.
yeah.
Like, I feel like there's a lot of people that, like, a lot of males, especially, that just go around getting bitched. And it's like, what the fuck, dude? I feel like it's made me a lot more, like, self-conscious of, like, any situation where I feel like I'm getting bitched. Like, I feel like when people say that, at least for me, the way I take it, I know a lot of people that could just make them more insecure about it, but it makes me more conscious of when I'm getting bitched and just be like, shut the fuck up and start swaying my fucking balls across the table or some shit. You know what I mean?
I do think there's like a problem with like dudes not getting like enough like self-confidence in themselves, and like
It all circles back to body dysmorphia, see?
Yeah.
I don't know if it's by this like
Or
I
just
don't know.
insecurity in general.
Yeah, like
Just seeing others and like wanting to be them, but not being able to be them.
yeah,
Kind of like that.
Yeah. I find that a lot, like...
because there's there's like a lot. Sorry,
No, you're good.
are you sure? Okay.
All right, who's
So-
speaking?
Oh, okay. No, when there's like a really fucking attractive dude, doesn't that make you insecure sometimes? Like, just around, when you're like around a dude with so much fucking confidence. Like, I have like a decent amount of confidence.
Yeah.
But sometimes like there's like someone that's like
I envy
radiates
people
fucking
with
confidence.
immense swagger and
that
charisma.
that dude who we were in the pool with,
Yeah.
the brother I was talking about,
Yeah.
most confident motherfucker I've ever met. And sometimes I just like I'm with him,
Yeah.
and it's like, jeez, man.
Yeah.
I'm like, dude, what am I doing with my life?
Yeah. No,
'Cause-
low-key, I envy confidence more than like any other like trait.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like even when I see like like
Yeah,
if
I
I'm
get
on
what
like
you
my like explore page, like,
Yeah.
like see those fucking
Huge
Yeah.
ass. My thought is just I want to be them. So it's more of like I don't know if I get jealous. More of it motivates me.
That's the thing for me. Sometimes it comes from jealousy, but the jealousy does motivate me
Yeah.
too. I'm a very petty fucking person, so it does. But there's other situations such as like, I don't know, I watch a Jijion video and then
Yeah.
I feel like I could just go out and start swinging my dick around.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that works to like an extent. If you're confident in yourself, then like good things come your way typically. But
Are you confident in yourself?
I think I'm pretty confident in myself. Like, I think I like carry myself
Pretty
like,
confident?
Pretty confident.
That didn't sound very
Fuck
confident.
Oh, there you go. Nice.
See, that's what I fucking try and get out of Jesse.
Yeah.
Like, I'm telling you, like, I fuck with Jesse, and the motherfucker, like, he you could tell, like, he doesn't have fucking confidence. That's why I wanted him to be just like, fuck you, Dave.
I think people grow
You know what
into
I mean?
confidence too. It's
It's
like I don't know. I wasn't that
more complicated than that, but
I was not confident like sophomore, like freshman, sophomore
you've
year.
grown a lot.
Okay, but like, the complicated shit with him, I got complications too.
Yeah.
So, it's like, I don't know. I learned this from my brother. I've always kind of appreciated my brother for this. You always hear about this, like, the bigger brother, you just beat up your little brother so they learn to fight, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, that's how I learned how to fight when I was young.
Right. And what I'm saying is like we got different family dynamics.
Okay, so you guys didn't beat up your brothers?
I didn't beat up them.
Allegedly.
Half and half. We'll
No,
just say
like,
half
you
and
ever
half.
see him one day and he's just like wearing some whack ass shit, and then you're just like, what the fuck are you wearing?
Yeah,
well, he wears your hand me down, so that'd be crazy.
No, I do troll my brother a lot. That's what I'll say.
Okay.
But he knows I'm joking. Like I've established a sort of relationship where I'm like a troll to him, and he knows that.
Bro,
So.
I for real, like, okay, maybe that's just me. What? No, I feel like that's like a normal 90% of society thing. The older brother beats up the younger brother until
Yeah.
the younger brother learns how to fight.
Maybe. I mean, what I do, I just treat him like I don't treat him like a younger brother. I treat him like he's my age, and like I just try and, cause I like mentally he's like pretty mature for being like whatever you were like 15.
Mentally, I'm already on next year. That's some 2020 vision. I'm sorry,
Shut
that's a
up.
Drake line.
I know. What was I gonna say?
but I'm saying,
Me and my brother used to get in a lot of fights when I was younger, but
Wilson?
yeah,
Wilson
dude,
used to throw
is
them hands?
Wilson could be a bitch, dude. Like, dude, you don't understand. When he gets angry, he gets angry.
Does he?
Yeah,
I've never seen him.
I can tell. Does he fuck with me or is he angry at me? Sometimes I can't tell.
I can't tell when he fucks with somebody or not.
Okay.
Like, if he doesn't know, dude, yeah, there's ants like all over my body.
I mean, okay.
I know. If
Okay.
I'm joking.
Sometimes don't you feel like that responsibility as an older brother to like make sure like
Yeah.
your youth is just like right? Because realistically, like I'm appreciating my brother for that. Because if my brother never like was like that to me, I would have got bitched by the world. You know what I
Uh-huh.
mean? Like, he would play me in 2K and, like, make sure to go hard on me, like, when I was, like, fucking 7, so I'd just, like, cry my shit out and, like, be a bitch about it.
Yeah, my parents wouldn't let me do that. I feel like sometimes like my parents would intervene. Like maybe if they didn't intervene, it would like something like that would happen. But they would always intervene.
Really?
Actually,
Yeah.
that's facts. I
Because
wouldn't
my
let Jesse win.
my brother would bitch to my parents, and then my parents would like tell me to stop. So it'd be something like that. So, but I don't know. I feel like if they didn't intervene, then things might be different.
Yeah, now your brother's like crazy and fucking off the walls, right?
Yeah, he's a fucking psychopath. I'm just kidding.
I am feeling like now I'm saying this because I was a younger brother, but I feel like, especially now working with kids, it's harder to be like that in retrospect. Like, I told you, like, I feel like I'd be a great fucking dad, right?
Mhm.
But
It's hard.
yeah, it's hard to
It's
just like be like an asshole to kids.
Yeah, 'cause
sometimes.
it's
they
hard.
need
I
sometimes
know,
you
yeah.
need them to be an asshole.
Yeah, I just love being like, I mean, my entire life, all my cousins are like tiny, like babies, you know? Like,
Yeah.
besides Jesse, my oldest cousin is like 9, I think.
Oh really?
Yeah, and so I've always been like the older cousin, and like the kind of the in between like way like old enough that you think that I'm like an adult, right? Compared to them, but like young enough compared to their parents, where it's like clearly I'm not on that level, right?
Yeah.
So I've always been in that middle ground where I'm like expected to like
Take
play
care
with
of them.
like take care of them and play with them like a kid, but also having no idea like, you know, like how to like how am I supposed to discipline them when I don't have the authority as like a
Yeah.
Yeah,
parent, and so I don't. And so like I don't know, I'm starting to realize like parents have to learn that skill along the way too. So
Yeah.
it seems a lot more complicated than I used to make it out.
I normally like my parents are like the main authority figure in my family, so I leave the disciplining up to them normally.
I mean, that's always been
I don't.
Yeah. I mean, like,
I don't think you can take away your brother's like Xbox.
yeah. But no, like, my entire life, it's mainly been them disciplining my brother. So.
I'm actually happy I was the baby in my family. I feel like in general the younger kid turns out better.
Yeah, because, like,
They learn.
yeah, like, I have so much advice from my brother that I didn't get myself.
Yeah.
Like, just from, like, Sage in general, just him, like, or, we can say,
Yeah,
Yeah.
you could say
Okay,
that.
okay.
We're out.
or, yes, from, like, Sage, like, what classes to pick, and, like, just, like, in general, like, helpful tips that if I had known would be really helpful.
Yeah.
Just, and in general, just, like, life advice, too.
Yeah.
Because sometimes, like, parents don't understand, like, their kid, like, what they're going through. And then if you have, like, a sibling or, like, an older brother, they've most likely been through, like, down that path, so they're able to, like, give their sibling advice. So I feel like I had kind of had that role for my brother.
Do you give him advice, or does your brother come to you for advice? Or is it
He normally, like, it's half and half.
See, I've never
Like-
looked or come from my brother's advice. I just see what he does wrong and do it right.
Yeah. Did you try being like independent on your own and like?
Yeah, that's how I was always when I was young. Like,
Yeah.
I didn't spend any time at the house. I really did my own shit. That's why I like played basketball over baseball, because my brother was better at me at baseball. But it's like, at least for me, I don't know. Again, very male-centric household. So it was kind of like Andrew Tate. Like, we don't
Yeah.
talk about emotions and shit. So
Yeah. I feel that's also, like, an Asian thing, because, like, in an Asian household, you kind of got to be strong.
yeah, it's kind of facts.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I feel like in the future, given like all that I believe or I've said, I feel like I'm just gonna like follow that fucking, path.
It's like nature and nurture.
Yeah, that's the problem. I feel like I really like I needed to learn how to cope with my emotions from like fucking media, which is fucking bad.
I
From
was
fucking XXX Tentacion and shit in 7th grade.
Yeah, well, actually, this is something I was trying to say earlier, but there's like a lot of, I guess, like discourse in the media about, and like the different influences that are all so prevalent, like that you really don't know what to believe. You don't know which advice to take, because you got one side saying like this is how you should live, this is what you should aspire to be, and then the other side saying like, no, you should do this other thing. And the problem is like, normally you probably get, I feel like before all this became so common and prevalent, you'd find like one mentor, one like kind of inspiration, and just kind of follow that and shape your life around that. But now it's like
every 5 minutes you find a new, self-titled philosopher trying to tell you how to live your life.
Tate.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. And not just Andrew Tate, I feel like a lot of people on the internet are trying to use their position to basically stir the pot, and while it makes them money, while it gets them views, it really, in my opinion, I think
people.
Especially the younger generation, especially like the kids that are in school right now.
It's the thing though, for me at least, I didn't have any shit like that. I felt like especially emotions and women, I needed to either get that from media or fucking experience, you know what I mean?
Yes.
Which is fucking terrible, especially for women, because fucking porn.
Yeah.
So it's like,
I think that's the same for me. Like I don't really talk about my emotions with my parents. I don't talk about like women with my parents, or like girls with my parents either.
yeah.
Like I just don't really tell them that much. I like keep to myself. But I don't know. That's the way it's always been for me. So
I needed to learn how to fucking shave my dick by myself.
Did you actually?
Yeah, I fucking cut my dick.
no way.
No, well, what you were saying about how you don't talk to your parents, like, that's not necessarily a bad thing, because not every parent has got like good advice.
Yeah.
There's a lot of there's a lot of things that used to be like fact and written in stone that really aren't.
I'm actually
that
glad
good anymore.
I was able to like make my own opinions versus my parents shaping how I see the world.
It really depends on what your parents are gonna tell you. Or how
but at the same time, it's easy to, I don't know, like in this day and age, it's easy to if you're trying to like, I don't know, find yourself on the internet, or like just like find your values on the internet. It's easy to be confused. So you might end up down the wrong path. But I'm glad I kind of I was able to like do my own like self-seeking journey, and I didn't have to rely on my parents. But at the same time, it would have been nice if they were a little bit more involved in that process.
And the problem with, like you said, it's kind of problematic trying to get everything, trying to be shaped by like influence from like media and stuff, because it's such an accessible commodity, and like it's just everywhere, right?
Yeah.
So how are you not supposed to get influenced by it? And
Henry, I feel like your parents were like more open to like conversation over everything, though. That's how they at least
they are,
seem.
and that's why I'm like, and that's kind of like why I feel that's why I'm really grateful for that, because I've been able to avoid what I see as like probably like worse influences on myself.
Yeah. I always like, I'm not sure if this is a good or a bad thing though. It's like, I feel like the first person that I actually like was able to see that was like sort of like me outside of my family, and my family doesn't really talk to me, is fucking Kanye. It's like because of that. That's why, especially like junior and senior year, like I was shaped by that, and in a way, like it made me like understand myself more. But at the same time, is that like authentic to myself if I'm trying to shape myself off someone else?
Yeah, everybody has to have influences.
Yeah.
So it's not anything that's like, you're not a fraud if you follow somebody else. You're just, people have shared experiences, and he happens to be, I don't know, the most similar to you. So you found yourself through him.
Yeah. As a psychology motherfucker, do you believe in the idea that nobody has like actually independent ideas? Like nobody actually comes up with something unique, just combinations.
That's a very heavy question, probably more like philosophically based. But
so is David actually David, or is David just an influence of Kanye?
It is true. Like everything that happens is just like chemicals doing stuff. But at the same time, like, I don't know if you count that as not having free will, because it's a hard question. If you believe that chemicals, like, just because chemicals control the world, and them doing stuff is just making you do stuff. If you believe that you're not having free will because of that, then you probably think that you don't have any free will. But I don't know if that makes sense.
I mean, you still have free will, but if you're just shaped by, if
you're shaped by like in your environment.
Yeah, completely shaped by your environment. You can still have free will with that.
Yeah, you can still have free will,
because you could choose to have a different environment. It's just like it makes you what it makes you.
Yeah, that's true. I still believe in free will.
Yeah. Do you believe
I think the stuff that I'm saying right now is like just me saying stuff that I created in my mind. Yeah. So
do you believe people are actually unique then? With that?
I think so. I think that environments and like the way you're brought up are definitely influences, but they're not they don't completely shape you. Like, I don't think you can be completely shaped by your environment or how you were raised, but they definitely have a huge factor. So
do you think everyone's unique?
yeah, I think everybody's unique.
Okay.
They don't grow up. If people grew up in this like the same environment and they were raised the same way, then maybe I'd say people are not unique. But everybody, even if you like, for example, I was your next door neighbor and our parents were like very, very similar in how they raised us, we'd still be unique because there's like little things that are different between us.
I think okay, actually, yeah, that makes sense. Okay.
Yeah, we don't live our lives like identically if we're raised the same and we're in the same environment. So I'd say we're unique.
Okay.
Yeah. But I don't know.
What's something that inspires you? What do you want to talk?
Well, I mean, I thought you were gonna ask me what I thought about that.
Oh, okay. What do
Okay,
you
we
think
can
about
go with that first, and then we can do the other talking point.
I feel like I want to say that everyone's unique, you know, and maybe it's wishful thinking, but I just think that there's just so much variation in how people perceive the world, which is not just influenced by your environment, but I mean, you know, it's proven that like genetically we have different ways of like processing information.
Yeah.
And so I think that everyone's unique, but given that there's like 8 billion people on Earth, you're bound to be like 90% matched with someone, or probably like a dozen people, you know? Like, there's unique individuals, but like values can be more or less identical when it comes down to just looking at how many people share it, you know? And so...
That's
anyway,
good.
yeah, so what inspires you?
What a unique question.
Yeah.
I'm just
I'm
circling it
trolling,
back.
I'm
You
trolling,
asked
I'm
it.
trolling, I'm trolling, I'm
I
trolling.
feel like that'd be like a job interview question.
I'm trolling.
That is the job interview question.
Oh, what inspires
You're
you?
being interviewed right now.
Yeah.
Bro, that's such a tough question to answer. Okay, why don't you start first, David?
I would say both like fear of failure, and then
Oh yeah, that's a good one.
also just wanting to be like more. It's aspiration for more and fear of failure that inspires me.
I'd say mine are pretty similar. Like,
Yeah, but
my parents have given me a good life, and I want to make like the best out of it, and I want to like, I don't know if supersede's the right word, but like, just like take what my parents have given me, like the knowledge and everything, and just like be the best person I can. That inspires me.
I feel like everyone's gonna have that same definition
Yeah.
of what inspires you, but the thing that changes is your definitions of failure and success.
Uh-huh.
My failure is that I'm not fucking happy.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, what's your definition of failure?
I'm not happy and I'm not being authentic.
Okay.
So I have to be someone that I'm not, and I'm not happy. Those are the two things that I like fear the most. Success, the complete opposite. That I'm happy and I'm
And you're
myself.
authentic.
Like
Yeah.
realistically, everyone takes me for like the money guy because I talk about like, oh, I don't really give a fuck. I'm just gonna chase my bread. But like, to be honest, money doesn't motivate me that much.
Can you be happy and inauthentic?
You
Yeah.
could.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I don't think it's long lasting.
Like,
You can be short lived. You can be happy for like a short time and be non authentic.
But you can't be happy in the long run.
You can't be happy in the long
authentic.
run. If you know you're like,
I've been happy and not authentic. Like,
but how- was that long
okay,
lived?
for example, if there's people that I'm around that I don't really want to be around, but it's like enjoyable in the time.
yeah,
For example, like if there's a girl that I don't really fuck with, but like let's say like it's enjoyable in that moment, but it's like I'm not being authentic to actually what I want.
Okay, I see what you're saying.
Yeah, do you get that gut feeling when you're like, this is not me? Do you ever get that feeling?
I always get that feeling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or like I'm making small talk to people and it's just like, like what am I doing? Like,
I think when does that happens to you when you do small talk?
But okay.
yeah.
Let me
Or
put,
actually not small. I don't know.
let me put this as a question. Okay, because this is something that I actually relate to, which is I used to be like really, really shy and like really socially awkward. Like I wouldn't talk to no one that I didn't know like really well, right? And so I eventually started forcing myself to like go up and like meet people and like talk to people that I didn't know, right? Or knew less. And it was like uncomfortable, and I wasn't like, I wasn't comfortable with it because in my opinion, like who I was at the time
You weren't that person who was outgoing, right?
I wasn't outgoing, and yet it felt like I was acting like it. And but yet it changed me, and now I'm more outgoing. I'm less socially awkward, and I think I'm happier. And I'm happier for it because I can go out there and talk to people and be like, yeah, this is who I am, and I feel a lot more confident in that. So, tell me what.
So in that sense,
if I was
you
inauthentic,
can, you can like, I don't want to say sabotage identity in means of getting more authenticity in the long run. Like, for example, if like I focus on money, so I have the ability to like not worry about money in the future and do what I want, such as travel.
Yeah.
Is that being authentic? Okay, so I say I don't want to worry about money, but I get money so I could travel, which is what I actually want to do, right?
Well, it's a means to happiness, and I don't think it sabotages your authenticity.
So that relates to that, I think.
Right,
Yeah.
but did that fundamentally change you? Like,
Because
getting money. Yeah, because what I'm saying is,
If by the end I'm like, I want more money, then yes, that fundamentally changed me. But it just depends on the situation, I guess.
But if you say I want more money so I can travel, then is that being not authentic?
That changes who you are. That's changing what your authenticity is.
But if you want to travel, like your goal in life is just to travel the world. You need money to travel, right?
Yeah,
so if
but
you're
then adding that contingent to it is saying that you want money too, and that's part of your identity as well. Saying I don't want money and I want to travel is different from saying I want money and to travel, even though you need money to travel.
Yes.
It's
It depends on how much excess money you have. If you're like filthy rich, and then that, like, how do I say it? Like,
is money the best example? Because like money kind of tends to fall in hand with a lot of different passions, because you need money to operate most things that you're trying to do. Like,
I guess the difference is if, like, for example, you're like, oh, I want to be really rich so I can travel, versus I want enough money to travel. I guess those are like two different ways of seeing it.
I get. Okay, let's bring it back to something that we all went through, which is like, like when you first started lifting, like,
Yeah.
like I feel like most people are gonna feel really awkward the first time they're in the gym because they don't really know.
I don't know what I'm doing. Yeah.
Right, and you feel like you want to. I don't know. Like I wanted to leave the first time.
why did you first want to lift?
Why did I first want to lift? Because I was fat, and I was feeling really unhappy with myself, and I don't know, like, how do I say this? That was kind of the main reason, and I just felt like, I don't know. I think I just kind of.
You just wanted to change, right?
I wanted to change,
Yeah.
and look, it kind of started happening after middle school, because I was like, I want to turn the new leaf. I want to like start over.
Okay, well, so I think my story kind of relates to what I think you were getting at with the changing identity. I started lifting for basketball, and then I ended up lifting for mental health.
Yeah.
That's
Right.
so what I actually did it for changed. So that's a change in my identity. Because before,
Well, your
it was for
identity can
basketball.
grow, though, right?
Yeah,
But
that's what I'm saying.
is like, what like, the goal is like how you measure your authenticity, right? Or is it?
It's why you're doing it.
So it's why you're doing it.
That's not
right?
the goal.
Well, it's like what you hope to achieve, right?
Sure.
And is that not a goal?
Is the reason why you're doing it technically the goal? Yeah, I could. Okay, yeah, it is.
Yeah.
But yeah. So what's your point?
Let me think about it, because we kind of got sidetracked on that. What was I gonna say? Okay. Let me just pick it back up. Right. So, all I'm saying is, like, when you're in a new situation and you feel inauthentic because you feel like this is wrong for me, in the sense that, like, this isn't really who I am, right? Is it wrong if you're going into it with the idea that you're trying to change yourself for the better? Like, if your goal, right? If your aspiration is change for the better, and that involves changing yourself, it's okay to be inauthentic for a short or maybe even a long period of time, if
Sure.
it's like means to that end, right?
Yeah.
And so wouldn't that
I feel like
that insinuate that, like,
you're
being
not like
inauthentic is
I feel like
also being successful?
your claim isn't really standing on something, because it's like you work to get success, right? So you could sabotage that in shorthand to actually get your success in the long hand. It's like I'm not saying continually every step of the way being authentic. I'm saying in the end being authentic.
If your end goal changes, basically, right?
Wait.
What? No, my goal at that time is to be authentic and happy. So
Right.
in the end, if I'm authentic and happy, then that's a success.
Okay, I see what you're saying.
So anything in between that time doesn't fucking matter.
Okay.
Okay.
I guess so. Yeah.
So you could like pull apart from it and say you weren't successful and happy there, but if I'm working toward that goal, then I should. Actually, if I'm working to that goal, then I should be doing something that's authentic and something that's making me happy.
What if you're like, I don't know. What if your motivation changes though? You find something you like better along the way. Is that not being authentic?
Then my definition of success changes.
Okay, so yeah. So at every point, if there's something like your goal changes. Wait.
Okay, so specifically say what you're trying to say about my definition of success from this.
So, dude, how do I phrase this?
If my goal changes, then my definition of success changes, and I change.
Okay, but that's not being non-authentic, right?
That's not being authentic, because that was my authenticity at the time. I was being authentic before, but once my goals change.
Okay, yeah, I would agree. I would agree with that. All right.
So
yeah, I would agree with your definition of success.
what is your end goal to lifting?
Of lifting?
Yeah. Is there an end goal, or is it just like, something that just like progresses? You know what I mean?
Obviously, I want to look good. I mean, that's like obviously.
Yeah, thank you for fucking saying that, because I feel like we talk about this, how a lot of people bullshit like, oh, I'm doing it to like.
Dude, I'm doing it to
like
look fucking insane.
I feel like it is like fucking 90% of dudes, especially, it's just to fucking look good.
Yeah, and then I feel happy when I look good. So I think the end goal is just being happy from lifting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I say it's for health, but really, I just don't want my belly
Dude,
to
my
fucking
health is-
bounce when I run.
I say it, motherfuckers, like, I'm surrounded by a lot of PreMed fuckers, because you are who, you hang around who you are.
Yeah.
A lot of like people, like, for real, like, it just be like real about it's money.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Like, a lot of people in PreMed are just motivated by money, but they try and pull shit out of their ass.
I know.
And you could tell they're pulling shit out of their ass.
They're like, I want to help save lives, stuff like that.
It's because the school's not gonna accept you. If you're
no,
just,
I'm not talking about just a
I mean?
school. I'm talking when you're talking in like a hot tub with another PreMed motherfucker.
Yeah, I know, but like the expectation that's like have shaped who they are, right?
What?
I guess.
Like
well,
their expectations.
I get what you're trying to say, Henry.
What- like the expectations that the school puts on you for being like, oh, think about it from like the humanitarian side. It kind of shapes the way that they'll respond to any question about that, right?
Yeah, but I'd rather them be fucking real than just like say something that's fake. That
Yeah, but school has trained you to
yeah,
like
I'm saying
analyze
it's not
stuff in a
their
way that
fault.
Yeah,
appeals
it's
to the
trained for
schools
them
rather
to-
than appeals to like yourself.
Yeah.
So basically though, because of that, they're just hiding who they really are, or their true motivations in something. It's a field meant to help people, and they're hiding their true motivations because of institutions like school.
I think they've. I think it's also another thing where it's like they've said it so much that they begin to believe it. Like maybe it started off as like, I'll say this so obviously you can't say that I want to be a doctor so I can be rich to like a college or maybe to like a counselor or something.
Yeah.
So they say I want to save people. I want to further like the medical field, and they say that like enough times that they'll start to believe themselves. We're like, yeah, I do want to save, but
I don't really fucking believe in that. Though.
no, but. Dude, I don't know if they really believe that. They just trained themselves to believe that they do want to do that stuff. But in the back of their mind, they might still think that, I want to be a doctor because I just want to make a lot of money.
Well,
so.
it's that whole, like, it's that thing in psychology. It's like, what is it, cognitive dissonance? Where it's like your actions don't reflect your beliefs. And then either your actions change or your beliefs change, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so you get a bunch of motherfuckers who become doctors for money, and that's not fucking good, right?
Yeah.
I don't believe like saying shit enough at times will actually change like what you actually feel. I feel like that's more just like hiding from it. Like if anything, that
or maybe not like changing. Maybe it's like reassuring themselves that that's the goal. Maybe they don't change. They don't. I don't know.
they're trying to tell themselves that they believe it because it's supposed to be right.
Yeah.
But that shouldn't be a good thing. I feel like you should acknowledge that and work to change that from there.
Yeah. But at the same time, I guess if they really do want to make money, right? Are they gonna change from a field that makes money to a field that doesn't make money?
No, but I feel like if you in that field, you should it shouldn't just be about money.
Yeah,
But a lot of
I
people,
agree.
it just is about money. I'm not saying everyone. Okay, repeat that question.
Oh, what was the question? I don't know what question it
It
was.
was something about changing fields if they realize
like
it's about
if-
money. No, I feel like
if somebody's motivated by money, they wouldn't change from a field that makes a lot of money to a field that doesn't make that much money. in
yeah.
comparison.
I'm not saying that. Okay, I can't change what they actually do, but
Yeah.
I'm saying what should happen.
Yeah, ideally, people would follow their passions, and that'd be the end of the story.
Yeah.
But we don't live in an ideal world.
I'm gonna wrap this up.
Okay.
Alright.
Oh yeah, shit. It's already 10. All right.
Okay,
So
yeah.
say some shit because this might be your last time on Orange Juice Podcast.
Oh no way! All right. I don't know. What should I say? Thank you, Dave, for having me. Yeah, that's it. That's the end of the pod.
Word.